My super secret strategy, every listing in your farm that's not from a big broker, please get that open house. And if it's your farm, of course you say, hey, this is my Geographic farm. Congratulations on your listing. Let's walk through this. Your guys' assignment is I want you guys to create your plan for 2025. So it says review all of your options and pick 2 to 5 items that makes the most sense for your skills, tools, budget, culture, demographic. You tell me what makes the most sense. But your goal is to create a plan. Just like we discussed with your database, there's the 36 touch plan. Just as a reminder, the community events, I would say that we should have a focus of doing at least 4 per year. In the perfect world, you do more. Now, obviously pick wisely. If you're not into a particular holiday, don't do something on that holiday. The goal is that you're creating an annual calendar. If everything is not an annual, don't do it. I did a shredding event once. Do a shredding event every single year at the same time, on the same date with the same vendors, and do it every single year. Annual. Everything needs to be annual. How the Tackneys built Geographic Farm is they did 3 garage sales a year. And that's how they started. 3 a year? That's ridiculous. I know. And it worked. They're now a multi-million-dollar annual real estate company, and they built their business just doing 3 garage sales a year within a geographic territory.
Patrick, that's embarrassing. I would never do that.
Fine. How about a shredding an event, an electronic event, and some type of junk removal? In essence, all that these are just utility events where you just get a thank you. That's all you get. I did this one time and people just did the thing. I know, that's the point. We're just serving the community. That is it. They're not going to come up and be like, oh my gosh, I'd like to list with you because you set up a shredding event. That's not the point. The point is that they experience you as a contributor to the community and they just simply thank you for that. Over time has massive influence. Next, you guys have great charity and fundraising stuff. What is the schedule here? We've got the Red Day with KW. We've got lots of cool stuff with KW. You guys have your own stuff. What is your version there? So we've got charity and fundraising. So I've got utility, then I got charity fundraising. Then we have holiday and seasonal. Okay, add one more layer. Okay, so just between these utility, charity fundraising, holiday seasonal, could we have anywhere between 4, 6 to 10 different unique little events, some big, some small, some we participate with other organizations, some we host ourselves. Obviously, it's all got to be aligned with you. It's got to be aligned with the community, and it's got to be something that we build into. But we can very easily run a huge geographic farm strategy just with that alone. Today's episode is sponsored by my favorite virtual assistant hiring company, Sphere Rocket VA. I've created a great relationship with them, so I'm very proud to offer a sponsorship link for those of you like me who are looking to build their digital marketing team. I currently have 3 virtual assistants, one to help me manage my coaching business and all the admin, and then 1 video editor, and then 1 to help me with my digital marketing. If you are looking to build a nice little team, Sphere Rocket VA is absolutely worthy of your choice. Once you schedule an appointment, the link down below, I will shoot you over an email with all of my resources and the information to the VA Digital Marketing Mastermind that you can come join. So I look forward to connecting with you and helping you build your digital marketing VA team. Okay, next, I was talking to, just as a reminder, the Homeownership educational series, doing any educational seminar content is such a good idea. Remember the seller seminar? I was talking to the Tackneys, Jen and Jeff, actually this Friday, and this was a big deal. They've been doing these seller seminars and it's starting to work, and so they're committed to doing a lot more of that. So just as a reminder, we got Homeownership educational series partnerships, and then you got the seller seminar, right? So let's make sure we're leveraging those 2 things. As a reminder, look for the golden handoff, the retiring agent farmer. For some of my newer agents, please don't complain about the old school agent that is dominating the geographic area. Go create a relationship. I have numerous clients this year who the retiring agent handed over a geographic farm to my client. Okay, so please, as a reminder, don't complain about the mega agent. Go make them your new friend. All right, so this is a huge topic between events, seminars, education, golden handoff. If I just stopped there and I actually got you guys to all create a plan and implement, we'd pretty much be halfway to success. So we're going to move next to the topic of the online world, which everybody loves me for, but it's usually the hardest, it's the most complicated, it's the most difficult stuff to do. But no matter what, the Google Business Profile, you guys better be winning that game. So when we talk about subdivision, neighborhood names, community names, I would want to have some content on my Google Business Profile for best real estate agent in subdivision name. And I would make sure that we optimize our Google Business Profile for some of that just low-hanging fruit. I was just talking to my client up in Bend, Oregon, and year to date, she's converted, I think it was 7 transactions this year. She just basically calls it Google Business Profile. That's it. 7 transactions. I think it was 13 leads, 7 sales. Don't underestimate that. My YouTube videos, oh boy, I love these. One of my great clients did 200,000. We worked on all of this, that stuff that I've showed you guys, shared it with you guys tons. Did all of those videos and we worked on it this year, 200 grand closed. And what he did is he basically just referred a buyer's agent. The buyer's agent made 100 and he made 100. Okay, next. This one's a little bit more complex. Make sure you guys watch my Dustin Fox YouTube ad strategy. Okay, this thing is brilliant. I've never seen really what the right kind of online advertisement strategy would be to get listings. I've never seen that before. Then I knew about YouTube advertising. Then I started tinkering with it. Then I ran into Dustin Fox. Dustin Fox is the nerdiest guy on the planet, and he's done some great content. He's done it himself personally. He has done it with numerous of his team members. And then I basically I defer to him as the YouTube in-stream video advertising strategist. And this is on my list of every one of my coaching clients needs to get on this year. Next, one of my coaching clients did this really cool strategy in Nextdoor this last year. It's Karen Stone. And we now have 3 listings taken. Okay. Basically, there was some weird tax assessment thing that's in the city that she's in, not in LA, and then she offered herself to do a market analysis so that the homeowners can use that market analysis for their tax assessment. And when she figured that out, we now have 500 homeowners that she's done this for. And we've taken 3 listings, and that's going to turn into a very nice digital farm asset for her moving forward. So please do not underestimate Nextdoor. If you guys are building your SEO content on a website, make sure you guys are collecting free leads from that. Obviously, I don't really spend a lot of time on this kind of social media stuff, but make sure you're paying reasonable attention to any potential hashtags, do a little bit of research, see if you can find any ways to connect with people, right? There's big Facebook groups, especially with the geographic farming, how we can participate with those and make some special offers. So make sure you're on that. As a reminder, please do not forget the renters in your geographic farms, right? Why are we ignoring them? My wife was just hanging with a family this weekend. They're paying $7,500 a month renting a home in Solana Beach. At one point, once the rates come down a little bit, we should probably get them out of renting into home ownership. So what am I going to do? Just ignore them because they're in my farm? That's ridiculous. Help them. So just as a reminder, please don't forget that we've got to help these people who are spending huge amounts of dollars on rent in your farms and get them into buying a home. Next, one of the most important direct mail strategies ever is the I Have a Buyer letter campaign. As we discussed in the beginning, most people are like,
I don't want a buyer. I just want to take listings.
I would highly recommend that you get the buyer and then take the I Have a Buyer letter campaign and run that as often as you possibly can if you're doing the geographic farm strategy. Because then what you want is you want every one of the neighbors in that community saying the same thing. Janice always has buyers looking. You should check in with her. Wouldn't it be cool if the neighbors of your geographic farm said that all the time? Matthew always has buyers looking. You should just give him a call. That would be cool if we owned that as a brand. Next, make sure that we have a strong open house strategy. Okay, for a geographic farm, it's really critical that your open house campaign does two things. Number one, gets you to meet more homeowners in the community. We need to meet more homeowners, period. So you need to have a very strong campaign for what you do and how you do it to meet more of the homeowners when you get the listing in your farm. My super secret strategy, every listing in your farm that's not from a big broker, boutique brokers, property managers, these one-off brokers, out of area brokers, please get that open house. Notice I didn't say that you're going to get the open house from the local Compass agent. You're not going to get the open house for the local Remax agent, but from the out of area ones, you might. And if it's your farm, of course you say, hey, this is my geographic farm. I love this neighborhood. Congratulations on your listing. If there was any way that I could be of service to you and or get an opportunity for an open house, I would be absolutely thrilled and I'd be so appreciative. And if you say that in a nice way, there's plenty of the opportunities to get. I've done numerous of those and it's been really successful for me. I need to make sure that you've got a really good strategy for open houses. Networking, a lot of us are missing this boat right here. One of my great clients right now is up in this area called Atascadero. His CrossFit is crushing it. His BNI is crushing it. The Chamber of Commerce, he's doing a great job there. And he's just participating inside of existing networks within his community. I didn't realize how many professional groups met, like how many different groups and meetings there are happening all around him. And he was like, this was so fun. I met so many people and he's already picked up a ton of new listings just because he put himself out there. We're sitting over at our office wondering who we should cold call when you could be participating in community, making contributions to your community. What? Cold calling? That doesn't even make sense. Do you guys follow me? What are we doing to network at the highest level within our geographic farm? Of course, at the doors, if you guys want this door knocking update script from Mr. Andy C. This is the best script ever. Andy C. is right now in the top 100 most successful real estate agents in the world. Top 100 in his peak year of 2021, 2022, 250 listings taken, average sales price was 2.5. So when his simple script at the door is genius. Okay, so check that out. That's a sweat equity. Dave Robles's door drive hanger system, the collecting books for the local library door drive system, brilliant. Walking farm list. If you're going to get to the doors, the number one of the top most successful agents in all of Keller Williams, Mr. Richard Stone, right here in my office. He's done a lot of stuff with Gary Keller, by the way. So if you just looked him up, there's tons of Gary Keller loves Richard Stone right here in my office. Richard Stone, $2 million a year, geographic farm, at the doors every day. He's intense, but I actually prefer the Andy C script because it's a little bit easier to do. It's a little less invasive to me. But Richard Stone's door knocking script was genius. Really good. It was him and Monica Reynolds who came up with that cool script. Within the next 2 years, have you had any thoughts of selling? That's Monica Reynolds, one of my mentors, and Richard Stone. That is a brilliant script. Within the next 2 years, you guys had any thoughts of selling? So good. Over the phone, there's lots of cool stuff there. We got to get that figured out. And then I got all the direct mail stuff. I put direct mail last on my list of things to do because if I can get you guys doing all the other cool stuff up front, you win big. Okay, so that's a nice overview. What are the 2 to 5 things in 2025 that make the most sense for you, your budget, your skill sets, what you're good at, what you're not good at, what are you willing to do, not willing to do, what's the culture, the demographic, the community, what is the best 2 to 5 things that you can do for 2025 to get this thing going?